Well, welcome back to Christianity A to Z. We're on F for faith today, and there's a great definition of the word faith right at the beginning of Hebrews chapter 11, where it says in verse 1, "Now faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see."
And why that's a good definition is it sorts out this whole business of that word faith. Faith has become a very religious word now, and it's almost that you sort of find faith within, or you muster up faith. But actually, if you say that faith just simply means trust, to rely on, and then you've got to say, is the object of that trust trustworthy, reliable, then you've sorted out that word. So here, it's trust in what God says for the future.
And that's really important to bear in mind, because one of the criticisms that people often bring to the Christian faith and Christians themselves is that they have blind faith. In other words, there's no evidence or there's no reason that you would want to trust what the Bible has to say. But actually, as you read through the Bible from cover to cover, you see that God is a God who time and time again makes promises and keeps them. And therefore, in whatever age God's people happen to be living, they can build their lives upon what he says because he's trustworthy.
Yeah, Hebrews 11 is a great example of this, because it's a catalogue of people doing just that. They're applying faith in the way they live. Good example is Moses in verse 26, where it says, "He regarded disgrace for the sake of Christ as of greater value than the treasures of Egypt, because he was looking forward to his reward." Now here's Moses, who grows up in the royal household. He's got all the luxuries, and yet he chooses to let that go so that he can be one of God's people and suffer with God's people. Why? Because he's looking forward to a future reward. So he's living now looking to the future reward, and he's prepared to put up with all kinds of circumstances.
And that's what it is today, the same faith that Moses has. So it's trusting that this message that Jesus came into this world, died on a cross, take away our sin. We rely on that, not on ourselves, we rely on that, and therefore the future after our death is absolutely sorted. We will be with God, we are forgiven, and that's what faith is.